4 years after the disaster that was Suicide Squad, the poor man's Marvel decided to release a new installment in the DCEU, and who better to star in this than our good old Margot Robbie. The saving grace of Suicide Squad will now probably be the worst thing about this movie. The plot synopsis centers around Harley Quinn being dumped by the Joker and leading the charge in the criminal world. At least now we'll get rid of that neon Ronald McDonald from the 80s that just so happens to be played by Morbius, proving that rivalries can both exist and not exist at the same time, just like DC and Marvel. What was this movie about again?
Take it easy! What the scallop? I'm a goofy goober!
What up, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the latest DC movie, Birds of Prey. Before I talk about this movie, I'm going to be talking about Suicide Squad. This is a spin-off of Suicide Squad, but I really feel like this as a sequel. It especially feels like it. Objectively, I think Suicide Squad is an okay film. I didn't think it was as bad as all the other people that reviewed it. I thought Will Smith and Margot Robbie's performances were great. The makeup is fantastic, and it deserves to get that Academy Award for that subject matter. Then this movie comes out, and when I saw the trailer, I was actually a little excited for this. So when I heard that they literally did the most genius move ever of making Harley Quinn break up with the Joker, I fell in love with that idea. This is completely nonsense, completely stupid, completely bonkers, but it has this unique passion to it. But I fell in love with it. I really love this movie. I really like it. I think I gotta talk about the strengths of it, and there are many. First of all, this is one of those movies that I feel like the director looked at Suicide Squad, looked at the reviews, and just made it better. And Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie is literally the best damn thing in the movie. This is the Harley Quinn movie everybody wanted. Like, literally everybody wanted. Everybody does great in this. The girl was really good that was holding the diamond, for example. All the other actors, like Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she was really good. And then all the other actors are really, really spot on. I'm really surprised by this movie. When I saw the first trailer, I thought it was gonna be like, it's cute, maybe it's gonna be good, and let's hope there's gonna be a few jokes. But here, I'm not gonna say this is like one of the best comedies ever, it's not, but it was constantly funny, and when there wasn't a joke that hit, I was alright with that, and I praise this movie for this. They made it an R-rated film. One of my issues of Suicide Squad was that they made Suicide Squad PG-13. When you call a title Suicide Squad, I think we'll expect more when you find... There was one fight scene in a club. This is a really good start for February. I'm serious, especially with the movie I'm going to be watching next week. DC's on a roll, man. DC's on a roll, especially with comedy recently, with fight scenes, with acting. The moment they sparked on Wonder Woman, they're like, okay, let's make it better. Justice League was anyway doomed, but let's make the other movies better. And they did that. Jared Leto is not a good Joker. He's not a bad one. He's just a forgettable, bland, well, not bland. He's just a forgettable Joker that didn't really have to come and exist. But there's just one thing. It's Ewan McGregor. I love Ewan McGregor. He's a great actor. I'm serious right now. He was great in Doctor Sleep. Even Obi-Wan Kenobi. And they weren't good movies, except Revenge of the Sith. I actually like that. 50% of the time, I'm like, he's a legit badass. He's really funny. He's really good. I was actually really, like, intimidated by him. And I was like, oh man, this guy's pretty cool. And especially with the mask, it looked silly, but it did look intimidating. Especially with how he was written. In that 50%, then the other 50% he's either bland, flat, not funny. He's an alright villain. He's just, maybe either he could have been a little more jokey or just downright Frollo. Just right there, you could have just made him Frollo. I would have been okay with that still. But no Hellfire songs. This is kind of like Into the Spider-Verse, where I loved everything. All the stuff that I I really like this movie. I'm gonna give this movie a 5.5 out of 6. Currently one of my favorite movies of 2020, but Then again, I only watched like 5 movies this year right now, but it's probably gonna be better than... You know what? I'm talking about that one. Yeah.